Hello and welcome back to another video. It's good to have you back. Welcome. In today's video, it will all be about taking stance on something you truly believe in and what that feels and is like to less care about people judging us, to really foster the relationship we have with ourselves, and how that looks like to everyone is really different. Because something might be true to me can be wrong to you, or either ways. What I learned in years of growth, development, and doing a little bit of spirituality and studying so much about these things really taught me the things that matter to me and things that don't matter anymore. So we're gonna get into the spice of this topic. So let's dive in, shall we? So what I truly believe is the minute that you start saying no to things and putting boundaries on things, and the more that you own yourself and what it is that you believe in, the more you build this personality of, I truly believe in this, and there is no way that someone is gonna take away this experience of mine because of how true it feels for me. Now, while growing up, I would have these thoughts and limiting beliefs of, who am I to really deserve this? Or who am I to really think greatly of myself when I can rely and believe and trust in my parents, or, whoever raised me, of course, my parents. And I would rely so much on their opinion that mine seems little or difficult to even listen or handle. So what that taught me is not to trust myself. And that taught me to rely on others, to rely on their opinion of me, because I don't truly have that belief in myself. So that path has led to me feeling insecure, having low self-esteem, not speaking myself, and just shutting my voice down. Anytime something comes up, I would consider or even have a thought of, what if they thought this? What if someone said this? What if I get called out? Now, I come from a Middle Eastern background, religious background, where things are not really considered, or opinions don't really matter when you're too young, and whatever you say, whatever you believe, it's not really considered. And that really formed a distrust, disconnection, and disrespect of myself. While I would respect and approve and depend on others and really believe what they're saying, what I was actually doing is crushing my own self, right? I was crushing my own self deep down, to then realize that I was pushing away all parts of me. I was pushing away things I liked about myself, and really didn't think it mattered, or didn't think that my voice matters a lot. Not even for a single bit, because growing up, it's like I would think that, my opinion doesn't matter, so what's the point of really believing in something and going for something that is going to give me an outcome, or something that I truly believe in? So in years of therapy and exploring myself and asking myself just as simple as, what would I like in this moment? I think it's a powerful question. As much as it sounds simple, yet we find it difficult to answer, because if you're someone watching this and you really don't know what you want, you don't know what your boundaries are, you don't know what things matter to you, you don't know what things you can disagree with, or you're very scared to say no, this question might be triggering or might sound like silly in the beginning. But try it out, You could pause this video and ask yourself this question. What would I really like right now? What would feel good for me right now? While we hear this a lot on social media, we hear this a lot in the spiritual field or growth, maybe we don't quite do it or apply these concepts because we think it's so difficult. We think that what's the point anyways if this is my outcome, if these are my actions and these are my beliefs? And I get a few responses and people saying like, but I care so much, I just can't not help it. I cannot not rely or care. We as humans, we care what people think. It's not that we're going on the extremes and being like, oh, I actually don't care what you think. Not saying it in a sense of like, I don't care about you and I resent you, and that's a really different situation. What I am talking about here is setting clear yourself, what your dislikes are, what your likes, what you can't stand. Saying no can also mean that you're doing something and someone tells you, hey, could you help me with this? You would have to stand and say, but I'm working right now on this and I can't really leave it. I will do it and continue once I have the chance to, and once I finish this task. So a boundary is not really like, here's, this is you and you can't really step in or come in. It's not like a barrier or a line, but it's saying that although this might happen, I cannot accept that. I'm not willing to agree with it. I don't like this. I don't like how you behaved. And I will do all I can to actually prevent that from happening again. So it's yes, saying no to things that you would say yes to, but also agreeing to things and feeling resentful is not really the greatest choice, is it? A great way to become aware of where we are becoming wrong towards ourselves is just even asking those little simple questions. Yet it's so difficult to answer because we are so scared what might come up. We're so scared to stand by ourselves and have this this mode of defensive against others. I hope that makes sense. You can still stand on your ground, believe in what you believe in, and communicate it, while you can be flexible with things. So not becoming the extremist, not becoming someone who's like, no is a no, yes is a no. There are some certain situations where you can be flexible, but the underlying question is whether it's going against yourself or with yourself. Are you doing something in favor of yourself, with yourself and as your friend, or are you doing it because you have to, or because you want to fit in, or because you want to look a certain way to somebody and you want to be approved of or get validation? There might be many headings underlying that or the reason for it. So whatever it might be, consider that. Consider asking yourself. Consider validating your feelings. Consider putting yourself first. Consider letting go everything that you believed in your past that you don't believe now, because it allows room for new beliefs to come through, new things to flow through you. And I know that phase seems a little bit challenging, but would you rather stay the same person, approving, agreeing, pressing on yourself, and saying things you don't mean just because you want to be accepted? At the end of the day, we all do. We all want to feel belonged to. We all want to feel loved, accepted, and a place to stay in. We want to feel loved. We want to feel like we belong somewhere. But if you abandon yourself and parts of yourself, then there's no room to belong to anywhere. Because no matter where you reach out to, who you're spending time with, you're never going to feel that enoughness, because it's coming from external places. Although we do need people, we are wired for human connections. We're not meant to live by ourselves. Yet we don't really schedule a time enough for ourselves. We're constantly with people, constantly having distractions around us, not really noticing what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, and constantly running away, moving away, escaping from what you truly want because you have fear of the unknown, or perhaps fear of what someone might think of your own desires. So you can have people, and you can have yourself too. It's not an either or situation. Remember that it's all about what you think a connection is and how deep you want to go exploring yourself in this path. And although it's something that feels like a lonely path, although it's like a lonely path or feels lonely, you would never regret choosing yourself. You would never regret choosing things that bring you joy. You would never regret growing alongside yourself and having people join you because they see the courage in standing in what you believe in. And people who don't resonate with that energy are welcome to leave, and that is okay too. And having acceptance of that is on you to see, and where you're willing to go in your growth. So as much as it's a very in-depth topic, you can break it down to pieces and chunks like so. You can start journaling how you feel, journaling what it is you're experiencing and what beliefs you're having. 2, you can spend time enjoying a hobby that you like, or pick up a skill that you like that helps you explore who you are. It helps you get to know what you like, what you don't, gets to help you get a sort of like a roadmap of where you want to head. What are some experiences you want to dive into, people you want to meet, places you want to go. It sounds simple, right? But how often do we do it? How often do you sit and think about all the things that really bring us joy, and also maintaining a balance between spending time alone and spending time with other people, and people that truly care about us and who really see us for our light and fullest potential, and leaves no room for gossip or anything that drains your energy. And you can see my eyes rolling as I'm saying this because I had people in my life where I just had to roll my eyes to and let go. And I used to think it's a rude thing, but it really was like a big moment for me to set boundaries and let go of things that don't really serve me, and it allowed room for people to come through my life. And that really welcomed a compassionate space in my heart, and really believing in change. And things come and go, people come and go, but the only thing that stays is you. And the only relationship you're having every single day, from when you wake up till you sleep, is the relationship you have with yourself. So instead of focusing on building relationships outside of you, focus on the connection you have with yourself and how you're treating yourself in every moment, in the hard and in the easy. So we're coming up to the end of this video. I really hope that you enjoyed it and you took away some great insights and that you get to apply it in your life. I look forward to hearing back any comments, feedback on anything that I've spoken about. I'd love to listen and hear your stories and how you are moving through life. Like always, live with love, live with truth, and move with grace. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.